Okay, so this is the first assignment from the Springboard textbook. So here's what we got. We have a observation and inferences. In order to make a good argument, you need to understand what kind of claim somebody is making. So this is a cartoon from Mike Twohy, and as you see here, it's got a picture of a kid at his computer working vigorously, and then his dad in the next room working at his computer. And the dad turns around and asks the kid, "Want to toss the old virtual pigskin?" And one of the things that we're supposed to do is we're supposed to really look at this cartoon and get every detail that we can. I'm not going to do the details for you, but I'm just going to do one or two. As you can see here, the kid is typing, and he seems to be very engrossed in his work. The father doesn't look like he's all that interested in his work. He's turning around and he's actually suggesting to his son that they do something else. But as you can see, the what he's saying to the kid is not "let's go out and play the football," which is a very common thing that fathers and sons did in the day together. He says, "You want to toss the old virtual pigskin." So right now with this cartoon, Mike Twohy is trying to make a statement. He's making a claim about something going on in society. The very next thing that happens is what you're asked to do is you're asked to go to the next page and you're to write down four observations and then you're to make four inferences based on those observations. So, for instance, the very first one that's given to you is it says the boy is looking at his computer while typing. So, we can infer that the boy is engaged in what he is doing on his computer. Now, of course, the difference between observations and inferences is written up above, but just to kind of elaborate on it, you can observe something and you can make an educated guess based on that observation, but you need to know the difference between the two. So when you're supposed to make an observation about the cartoon, you're simply supposed to write down what you see in the cartoon. And then on the other side, underneath inferences, that's where you're supposed to write your educated guess. So let's just pretend that we're going to do another observation. The little boy has glasses. So we can make an observation that he's wearing glasses, and therefore our educated guess, our inference, would be that he doesn't have very good eyesight. Okay. So that's kind of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go down here and you're supposed to make all these observations, and then you're supposed to make inferences based on that. And then what you need to do is it says all successful arguments contain a claim and evidence. The claim presents a position on an issue or topic. For a claim to be debatable, people should be able to hold differing opinions about it. If your claim is something that is generally agreed upon or accepted as fact, then there is no reason to try to convince people. So evidence is information that supports the claim. So the first thing that you're supposed to do down here is you need to answer as best as you can, thoroughly and in a complete sentence, what claim is Twohy arguing? So there is a claim being made about society from this cartoon, and you need to tell me what that claim is. And then it says, what evidence does Twohy include to support his argument? That is where you're going to go up here to the observations and inferences table, and you're going to pick one or two observations and tell me what those inferences are, and explain to me that that is the evidence that Twohy is using to support his argument. So anyway, your job is to go here and look at this cartoon and write down, come up with as many observations as you can. And then you need to pick the observations that you feel that you would like to talk about. Write those observations here, at least four of them, and then write down the inferences based on those observations right here. And then you need to answer questions 2 and 3. That is the assignment for today. So if there are, just to make absolutely sure, okay, write down only what details you see, write down what you infer from your observation here, and down here, provide a complete, thorough answer for questions 2 and 3. That is the first assignment from our Springboard textbook. Hope that this was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and we will go from there.